the Lord just took, maybe some of the joy that we felt in doing youth ministry, and all of a sudden it started to kind of come alive in this other thing. And somebody told me a long time ago that the safest place for your family is not in the safest places, it's in God's will, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And that may feel like, barely making ends meet and drive.
Never in a million years did I imagine that any of this would have happened. I started off as a songwriter, as you said, and I feel like over the past, I guess maybe 4 or 5 years, God has been pushing me more towards the stage, and I'm getting to deliver some of these songs myself, which I'm still getting used to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I like it.
And I didn't have these big dreams or plans to travel the world or write songs for churches to sing. I just loved writing songs for my church to sing. And as I grew up, God gave me more and more opportunities. And so I've just been following. I've been working hard and definitely stepping out in faith in some moments, but just kind of following His blessing and His leading, and I continue.
We started recording a month or two later, and that's where the songs came, in that month or two, where I was, all right, Lord, I'm gonna go into that closet with you, and I'm gonna petition the cries of my heart. All right, Lord, could you just please make all of this work for your good? And that's what He says in Romans 8:28, that He will work all things.
Personally, just knowing that God exalts the humble, bro. Like, I just want to be humble. I feel like Christ walked super humble, so it's just like we live in a culture that's real, braggadocious and, about yourself, very competitive, but it's just like, I know who I am, you know what I mean? And I know what I'm capable of. I know who God made me to be, so I feel like if you're comfortable in your own skin.
The reason this was such a beautiful act of worship is because Jesus was essentially being disrespected by this man that invited him to his home. But God said, no, you're not going to disrespect my son. I'm going to send somebody else to worship me here. And that is why the woman came in. The Bible says that this woman was a sinner. And you know what? If I'm being honest, I know what that
But I think that we're really blessed to be able to do what we're doing. And it kind of gets old living out of a suitcase, And I love going home and being at home with family and everything. But the purpose that God's called us to is bigger than my personal preferences and the things that I like to do all the time and just hang out. So I'm glad to be doing.
Well, it was definitely not a blind, flippant decision. There was a lot of prayer that went into it, and I had my parents' support ultimately, which meant so much to me. But I prayed very specifically that God would show me exactly what to do, what doors to walk through, because the last thing I wanted to do was say no to a scholarship.
I am a Christian. I definitely don't hide my faith in any regard in the music, life, whatever. But I grew up being just ingrained in hip hop culture. And then after becoming a Christian, see myself as a person who can walk authentically as a Christian and be authentic.